Why, hello there, everyone. Oh, hey, wrong controller. Whoop, there you see that? You didn't see that? We're normal. It's all fine. Hello there, everybody. How we doing? It is another episode of Honkai Star Rail. God, I love this battle theme so much. It goes so hard. Alrighty. How we doing? Howdy, Xavier. Good to see you in the chat. Now, chat, I will say this in advance. We do have quite a bit we can be looking at right now. Because I can do a temple. I don't know if I want to do the temple right away. If I'm gonna do it, I may as well get this done in advance. I haven't streamed this in a little bit because there were so many other things happening in my life. But now we're back and I'm ready to tackle Sparkle's companion quest with Black Swan. This should be interesting, I think. Hope your voice is completely recovered. Thanks, Xavier. It has. Yeah, it really sucked when I was having some problems there, but it's all good now, so. You didn't realize, as a guy, that you have an Adam's apple. Until you suddenly have trouble swallowing because you pulled a muscle or whatever. Right above it. This, I think we're done, right? Yes, I've completed my Pure Fiction stuff. God. Feels crazy. Also, chat, something to showcase. This is just some pictures and stuff. I also was able to complete Memory of Chaos 12. Let's wait. First, we gotta move me. We're gonna move me over here because I'm tired of hearing that stuff in the audio in the background, so. Oh. Oh. There we go. Now, it doesn't have the whole battle, but you get a pretty good idea here. What I was doing for Memory of Chaos 12. Biggest problem is the goddamn monkey. But once I had him out of the way, I was like, okay. Hua can cleanse and help get us through the rest of it. Though, I will admit, I was very low and I need to heal this turn. So I was like, okay, I've got to. I just absolutely can't afford to let Hua not heal us. So, I did play it a little fast and loose. Also, it's a crapshoot on whether or not you get good buffs for this. I was hampered quite heavily for my dot team. Not being able to get as many dots as possible because the enemy kept getting speed debuffs, so they go slower, which ironically makes it harder for dot comps. You actually want the enemy to go fast, so that way they constantly take the dot damage. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this a second time just to be extra sure, because we're about to go into the new round. I want to finish this time if I could. So let's see, can I get it before we hit the next cycle? Yep, we could. And that was where I was like, okay, we can definitely do this in a lot of cycles. So I can make sure that my next team is able to have plenty of times to do it before we hit 20. So again, strategy here was to focus down on the monkey. Sorry, not the monkey, the deer. Ignore all the ads the deer summons, like they'll go down on their own. Like this, I didn't care about losing Gwenifin, because again, she's gonna get cleansed thanks to Hua, and because the deer put her so low, she got automatically cleansed as well, so it was like, wow, even better. I was determining whether or not I wanted to use her ult in this situation. I was like, yeah. I want to do it before she takes her turn. There we go. We doing side quests today then? Yes, we will be doing Sparkle and Black Swan's companion quest, but I don't know if we're going to do any more after that. It depends on how long this quest is. If it's like super long, like 2 hours or something, I think that'll be enough for the day. I think I want to move on to doing like the other side quests, like whenever we have the time to play the game. Because we only have like 4 quests, I think, in total like that, right? And again, that's going to be a lot of voice acting from me, since I don't think those will be voiced, like the companion quest will. So I think for the sake of my voice, it's probably better if I make sure that I have that be done, like, you know, maybe 1 or 2 quests every few times we're playing. I think next episode, though, we are going to have more MOC and stuff, so I might do that on stream as well to help, you know, kind of give myself a break so I'm not constantly talking. Again, I'm like, do I want to use my skill point? I was like, nah, it's fine. Now my question was, would I be able to kill this deer before this cycle ends? This I was not so sure about.
May as well kill them all.
I was like, yeah, you know what, we have skill points, we may as well. I was gonna wait though before I pop her ult. I didn't care if we lost a little bit of energy here, because again, if the goal was to win this cycle, it wouldn't matter. Now it's like, okay, now I can do this. Boom. Then we have Hua Hua.
You're too good to me.
Now Hua Hua was gonna let us do some crazy stuff.
Say bye to breathing.
So I was like, okay, but I want to handle this. This is the point where I was like, okay, I don't know if we can actually win it in this cycle though, because we didn't have just enough to do it. I was like, okay, this should be close enough.
Relax.
There we go. I was thinking maybe Black Swan could be able to get her ult if we killed one of the other enemies, but that didn't happen. So I was like, okay, then this cycle we have to complete it.
Memories of beneath the water, flies and endless.
Have you checked out my other game sessions? Yes. Yes, I checked out one other one. I was like, okay, I don't think about this one, so I have one more I'm gonna look through and see if we're gonna do it as like an off game. Oh. Again, me. There we go.
Morning.
Oh, too soon. Yeah, this is me. This is me like, okay, how are we gonna handle this? I decided, okay, Kafka's got this.
Good times. Time to say bye.
I was pretty sure that if Kafka got a good boom on here, we'd kill the deer, and we did. So yeah. Again, I would have liked it to go one cycle faster, but I think having 6 cycles was good enough.
Hey, you. Time to check your books.
For the theater of the meat.
And then we got to see how we could do this.
Quick. Risk warning.
Now I started off pretty bad because I was on the centaur first, but it was fine.
Investing in victory.
I can make up with that with Topaz. Just had to waste a skill point. Could have been way worse. What was important here is that Ratio got to go now. Starts getting his stacks up, so he already is at max for his DPS, which is really good. Wait, did you say you checked one and you didn't think it was your thing? Yeah. One of them, like, no, I don't think I want to try that one. It's not really up my alley. So there's still one more left. Because the first one I was like, no. What was it called? The Faith game, I think it was, if I remember. That was the one where I was like, right off the bat, I was like, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff of that game, and I wasn't really into it. Well, I haven't checked out the last one yet, so. I ultimately decided we were going to focus on this.
SAS.
Nice.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
There we go. Give us that. I figured since the wind boy was gonna go right next, I wanted to cleanse up all our wind dot, so that way he'd have nothing to target.
Easy, Numby.
I was like, yeah, I want to see if I can get it. Yep, he couldn't do his attack. Numby is going to probably kill that unit next turn, I thought, so I'm like, okay, let's move on to you.
Your answers?
This I was like, okay, we'll finish him off. Like, she's gonna die to dot. And I might have been smarter if I didn't do that, but I didn't want to risk it.
The market is on fire.
I really wanted to make sure that we got her killed, because I couldn't want to risk her, like, taking the quantum dot, and yet somehow still surviving.
I'm asking questions. Test. 0 points.
And this is where it gets, like, embarrassing for this poor boss.
Specimen sighted.
There we go. Just wasn't gonna be able to do anything. I was a bit concerned going into this next section here, because I was like, I was like,
answers?
Do I really want to...
0 points.
Do I really want to go in, like, one cycle sooner? I wasn't sure if I would be able to make it, but I was like, you know what? I think we can do it. Now, again, Numby went on Kafka, which wasn't my ideal, but I thought about it, and I ultimately thought, you know what? I think we can deal with... I think we can deal with the Arumaton with Lynx. So I think we should be safe. This is me trying to figure out whether I want to use Silver Wolf or not. Double checking to make sure I understand how much defense shred and stuff that she could possibly do with her ult. I was like, okay, so she uses 42.7%. The boss could still benefit from having more of her defense shred. It's not like she's gonna overcap or something. So it's like, okay, this should be good. Had extra skill points, I was like, okay, we'll waste that. Again, the problem with Kafka is she's so chunky. Yeah, I just posted stuff in there that I've enjoyed watching other YouTubers play without really knowing what you like. Yeah, that's fair. And you know what? I have no problem with that, because it helps, because you never know. It could be something where I normally wouldn't like it, but I look at it, you know what? I want to try it, and I may really like it. It's a bit hard, though, with the 2D stuff, because I like looking at it artistically, but I tend to not like actually playing those games. So that does suck. Now, again, I'm gonna... because I'm wasting time trying to just think about stuff I really shouldn't be thinking about. Now, this I always love, because you use Lynx's ult right at this moment. Now, admittedly, I was taking a risk. If it was like Lynx who was caught, that would have ruined my plan, but I betted on being Ratio or Topaz, and it worked. Making sure we get some Quantum here. I would have preferred Fire for Topaz, but again, it was fine. At least Lynx had a pickaxe to help with that, right? Yeah, and Topaz went first in a Ratio, so I was like, damn, okay. At least Ratio's gonna get the break still. Boom. This comp is gonna get so crazy once we have Aventurine for our sustain instead of Lynx. I am really looking forward to that. Now again, I didn't care too much about Topaz getting hit here because, again, we have Lynx for the cleanse if necessary. And Numby still goes even if Topaz is CC'd, so it's like, who cares? Ultimately, I was like, you know what, I do want to try to get rid of her, but I didn't realize she had another debuff on her, so I was like, well, damn, that didn't do anything. So honestly, I should have just left it as is. I'm doing this on Kafka because I know that she's not going to be slowed enough. So I was like, damn. I was a little surprised because I thought she was going to do her bomb, but I think we might have reset her thanks to everything. So I was like, okay. What do I do here then? Although I just say, you know what, I'm going to sit on Lynx a little bit. Boom. She's so close to being dead, so I was like, you know what, this will be fine. There, Ratio finished her off. Now we can focus on this girl.
More enemies.
We're gonna use the ult now because it's like, you know what, if I'm not using it now, I'm not gonna use it ever. I figured this was the best opportunity to. Because I don't think she was gonna be able to immobilize any of my units, and if none of them were gonna get CC'd this turn, then I'm pretty sure we were gonna win. And we still had one more cycle to spare, so I was like, okay, I think I can just make this. I just need to be really efficient with my turns.
Can I have fun this time?
I was like, okay, I have to break with her. I was trying to decide if I want to use my skill here. I was like, you know what, it's all or nothing at this point. Because once I get the ult, we can maximize anyway. Now, honestly, I should not have used my ult right away. I should have waited until after Numby went here, to be perfectly frank. I did misplay. But I was like, okay, I think Ratio can handle this, because he's about to get his ult. Oh my god, that damage. Like, so much less chunky than Kafka. And there we go. And that was stage 12. Done in 10 cycles. Maxed out rewards. I was so proud of myself there, chat. I finally did it. I'm able to beat a Memory of Chaos up to the max floor 12. That felt so good. So now, we wait till the new Memory of Chaos, which will be coming... When's this end? In 2 days and 7 hours. So that'll be cool. It should be dot focus, so that'll be interesting to see if I can come up with a team. Because my dot team is obviously going to destroy it. I'm expecting that fully. It's designed for to showcase Black Swan. But I'm curious if my hunt team, or if some other team I'm going to come up with is going to be able to handle this as well. Yeah, I'm very proud of that. All these months of building these characters, it feels really good, too. Also, my Dr. Ratio wasn't as heavily built. Like, he didn't have any of this. He didn't have his attack or crit rate up. Now we've gotten that. I'm thinking now, I'm starting to think about getting him off a crit rate chess piece and moving him to a crit damage chess piece. So I'm going to be looking to find a crit damage piece for the new debuff set. Yeah, for this. I want to start looking for that. I've been farming it a bit. Like this, I have the attack percent and I like the speed, but I would love if it comes with a crit rate. This isn't the worst, though. The problem is I have to make up for that 26% crit rate I'm missing here. Because keep in mind, I get 15% thanks to my talent with my 6 stacks down here. So I do need to start thinking about min-maxing my relics in that regard. Like this one, this is a really good headpiece, as I said when we got it from that chest. Like, it doesn't matter what it rolls on. I don't care if it rolls on the crappy attack number stat. It's still a really good piece. Rolled on attack, crit rate, and crit damage. Like, the only thing that could make this piece better is if that attack number was speed instead. Because we really don't need that with the attack percent. This, we're gonna have to get more. I need... The problem is, it's such a very good piece by itself. Ooh, they already have this showing here. Yeah, they're not going to show him with his new set. They're going to show him with the 2-piece. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, ratio with the crit rate and crit damage here. Again, I need a really good piece there. Granted, it wouldn't be hard because it rolled into HP here. So if I can get a crit rate, crit damage with attack percent on here, and maybe speed as well, that'd be pretty good. Again, the problem is the Pioneer of Deep Waters. I have not been getting a lot of these arm pieces. I might just craft them. I'm tempted, but I don't think it's worth it. Oh, you can go to the delete pile. And my speed boots, it has crit damage, but I'll be honest, I think this could be better. I think we could do better. Like, look at that attack percent and crit damage, chat. Like, we could do better. See, I'm gonna have to farm some more. But like I said, once the real cavern that I'm going to be sticking to for the rest of my life is the follow-up and dot set, because I have so many characters for that. I'm just going to work on this debuff set until Ratio gets something really decent, and then like anyone else who needs that set, well, I guess they'll have the hand-me-downs. Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. I think we stalled long enough, chat. Alright, we are going to get E1 Black Swan on this temple. I can guarantee it. Promise you. It's not even a question. I'm going to make this temple, and I'm going to instantly get another Black Swan. And then I'm never going to have to pull on this banner again. I'm going to be able to focus all of my pulls on Sparkle, and then we save up for Aventurine. That's how this is going to go. Alright, let's go. And Black Swan. Swan! Damn. 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 Alright, come on. At least give me a Misha. Oh no, back to gambling. Come on, Misha. 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 Where's that Misha? You're not a Misha. That's a light cone. That's not a Misha. Are you kidding me? You're not even giving me a character? Whatever, we're building pity. This game, man. This fucking game. Ah! Yeah. Where is it? Is it around here at all? Ah, here it is. I guess we superimpose you. better than nothing, right? Increase attack by 28% when the wearer defeats an enemy. The wearer's crit rate increases by 21% for 3 turns. Is that good? It's not bad. But it really heavily relies on there being, like, a small mob you can kill. I could see this being very useful in pure fiction. Gosh, Hanya and Shui look so happy here. So the last one you haven't looked at is Pony Island or Inscription. Inscription's the one I haven't looked at. Alright, okay, yeah, and we've maxed out everything I could do for my rewards, so until next Monday, I can't advance the Battle Pass, but next week, Battle Pass, we're gonna get, like, some of the best rewards that they can offer. Actually, no, we can still go higher in the tiers, but we're getting very close. It's still, like, 20 more level up books, 20 more of these, like, we need these. I'm also at the point now, because I got a third copy of Today's Another Peaceful Day, or whatever it's called. Where is it? There it is. Today's Another Peaceful Day. I'm starting to level this up, because I think for Qingque, this is a better light cone for her than what she's currently rocking. So, I think it is time. Also, why are you not locked? That's scary that you weren't locked. Yeah. Yeah, you. Let's see, how close can we get to 30? And I'm trying to level this one up, along with, Dance 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 for, Sparkle. Sparkle's banner comes in, how much? Another 2 weeks? A little less than 2 weeks. 12 days and 15 hours. Okay. For what it's worth, Minardi also recommended Inscription, that I'm going to have to take a serious look at it for sure. But we'll see. Memories of the past. The problem is I don't need to get these to 80, so I think we're good here. Yeah. In terms of building characters then, I mean, there's a bunch of little stuff I can do for all my characters. I'd like Hua Hua's ult to get maxed out at some point. The problem is we have so many characters down the pipeline in the future. Like, I still want to build Misha. Misha still needs a lot of stuff first. I also want to get Pela if we're going to build Misha, but I want to wait until we get Pela's Eidolons. Because right now we only have one, which is good, but I'd like to get her E4 at some point down the line. We'll see. Again, I'm sure Pela's going to be on banners in the near future. Like, within the next 2 patches, I'm sure she's going to be back on at some point. So yeah, I think we'll just do that. And then... yeah, I guess that's it, honestly. Again, there's these lesser characters like Misha, Hanya, perhaps Trailblazer, depending on what his next path is. I think he's going to be Harmony, based on how the story's going. So if we get, like, a Harmony unit from this character, I'm going to have, then, like, so many Harmony units between Bronya, Sparkle, Tingyun, Kalis. Yeah, like, there's just going to... I'm going to be overloaded with Harmony units, and I'm never going to want to get another Harmony unit again. Like, it's going to be a hard sell for Harmony. Same thing with Nihility. I really don't want another Nihility unit unless it's another dot character for physical or fire. And, yeah, otherwise I want to build my 4 stars. The problem is, unless you spend lots of money, it's hard to build every character you got in a timely manner. It's going to be a slow grind, that's for sure. But you know what? That's for another day to worry about. Let's focus on... oh, right, we still have this, right? Yeah. Okay, we're going to wait till Sparkle's banner to see if we get Sampo or not. If I get E6 Sampo by chance, I don't think we're going to get him. We'll go for Yukong, but I think we're going to get Sampo. Okay, yeah. Let's go over here to Dr. Edward. There's so many NPCs to talk to too. We have to also get to
Is
that.
that a stain? I like this coat.
Alrighty, let's see what this is about. Dear guests, the feedback on your playthrough experience for Hanu's Prison Break has been submitted to the Dream Bubble producers. Several Dreamweavers are very excited. They've asked me to pass this Dream Bubble to you as a gift for the very first loyal player. Apparently, this Dream Bubble contains deleted scenes from Hanu's Prison Break. As for how to watch it, you'll find out after a few more rounds. Ooh, what's this about? Huh. Welcome to Dreamscape Sales Store. Dr. Edward at your service. What kind of a dream would you like to experience now? I'm actually kind of curious about the Prison Break. Is there something actually, like, new here, or... I don't see it. Huh. I wonder. Yeah, we'll have to do the Black Swan one then, I think, for the quest. There's a lot of grinding in this game, huh? Well, it is a gacha game. If they could let you grind everything in one day, then you wouldn't play the game and would, therefore wouldn't spend money for any of the gacha. Let's see, yeah, so I'm gonna go get a glass of water, I think, because if this is gonna be a long one, even if I don't have to talk as much, I kind of want to, you know, stay hydrated, so we're gonna do that, and then we'll be right back and start on this companion quest. BRB. Alright, we're back. Now, let's see what this quest is all about.
Are you ready to experience Miss Black Swan's dreamscape? Please close your eyes and rest your forehead on the dream.
Gotcha. Actually, hang on a second.
If you need time to prepare, we can humbly wait as long as you need.
Thanks, sir. I just want to double check something, because I forgot what we did with the music. Yeah, sound's still up. Yeah, we're gonna put this at 7. Alright.
Are you ready to experience?
There we go.
Oh yes, I nearly forgot. That elegant girl mentioned something before she left.
The nature of this memory is special. Don't ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending.
Oh. Alright, let's see. You may encounter a lordly trash can and some other basic mobs. Okay, sure. Black Swan has to be in your team. Okay. I guess I'll just do my standard team then? Like... Woo! I love that loading screen.
In my estimation, there's no question about it. This is murder.
Murder. Such a foreign word to us. The people of Penacony could never come to any harm while under the watchful protection of the family. In a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer, at worst, you'll still wake up in reality in a hotel.
That's good.
Not necessarily. Even if the result does not constitute harm, the criminal intent is clear enough. You specifically came here to cordon off the scene because of the unsavory nature of this case, right?
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties, Being smashed over the head with a hammer in the middle of the street for no reason at all? This is not the kind of thing that happens on Penacony.
Oh.
You are guests of the Oak family, so you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
So is this actually Sampo, or is this Sparkle? Oh no! A hammer! Papers?
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
Tell the truth, offer no explanation.
Just some suggestions at the memory level. If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes a fact. If we had a little more time, I could have even convinced her I was Shipe the Harmony.
Oh, wow.
Then on to the next order of business. Let's discuss your companion, shall we?
Oh.
Memo Keeper of the Garden of Recollection. I've been watching you for quite some time.
Oh my.
You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever I went inside the dreamscape. In the windows along the commercial street. In the pond water reflections of the Ideen Park. Even in the reflections of the wine glass. Everywhere. My dear, do you have a crush on me? Well then, seeing as you're so interested in me, let's play a little game. I left a puzzle for you near OT Mall. Solve it and prove that you're capable of pleasing me. If you can solve it, then we can talk. Don't leave me waiting, my dear. Before Penacony gets flipped upside down, try to find me, catch me, and stop me.
There's actually more than one memo keeper who's come to Penacony. She's mixed me up with someone else. But no harm, no foul. The address that the mask gave you is right here. But you never would have thought that when Miss Sparkle mentioned a game, she was talking about wanton slaughter on the streets of Penacony. Such a direct act of provocation is enough to get my competitive side worked up too.
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said. As you saw, I went through a brain scan and everything. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's all. I never knew this was actually a declaration of warfare. They say you shouldn't kill the messenger. So, maybe you can just, let me go. You all are the big shots here. I'm really not on your level.
What a frightened look you have.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry. Since this has nothing to do with you, I won't be suspecting you of anything. Why don't you come take a stroll with me?
Oh, seems like I can't escape being an assistant detective.
Aw.
Fine. It's all fine. No big deal.
Alright, but is that actually Sampo? You can never know after the main quest. Ask the Bloodhound family member about the case. Can't talk to anybody else, huh?
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Regarding the victim.
Who was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari. Eyewitnesses reported that a tall, strong man wearing a large robe with long sleeves walked right past Shamari and suddenly assaulted him with a hammer. Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke up from the dream. The murderer vanished in a flash.
Ooh, that sounds just like Sparkle. Her best asset is transforming her appearance to look like someone else.
Regarding the Sweet Dreams troupe present at the scene of the crime.
Who are those two little guys?
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve. They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order. Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two could help pry open their mouths.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle has left behind for you.
Regarding evidence at the scene of the crime.
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't many clues yet. All we have to go by are the weapon used by the assailant and the victim's ID. They didn't even take the weapon with them. Sounds like they're trying to provoke us. Despicable.
Okay, how about we summon the victim?
Where's Mr. Shamari right now? I'd like to meet him.
I'm afraid you can't. The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams, and went on to vacation in another dreamscape.
Oh, wow.
Best not to bother him. Guest experiences always have to come first.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him, half of Penacony will have been sent back to reality by Sparkle.
Looks like we'll have to play this little game of sparkles then.
Alright. A constable and a bailiff. Also, why is this monkey boss so tiny here? Is it actually always this tiny and I've never noticed? No, no way. It's bigger than this, right? Pretty sure it's bigger than the mobs.
Lady Black Swan, you're here!
Oh my god.
I'm the constable, and this here assisting me is the bailiff for this case.
Are they all voiced by Sparkle?
Mr. Coldfeet, why'd you do it?
Oh my god.
So they can talk after all. Miss Black Swan, they're heading straight for you.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you. I understand Lady Black Swan has quite the intellect. I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of this Sparkle murder case.
The Sparkle murder case? Wasn't the victim Shamari from the IPC?
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan.
Ah.
The victim is evidently none other than the matriarch of the Goldhammer family, Miss Sparkle Goldhammer.
Oh god.
Oh, I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here, and this has nothing to do with the actual case. Goldhammer? Is that her real surname?
Never heard of it. Sounds made up. Sparkle doesn't sound like a real name either.
To be fair.
Miss Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence today, but upon their arrival, all they found was her body. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head by a hammer and died on the spot. Such a brutal act of violence. My investigations discovered that the 3 warriors were supposed to escort supplies back to their territory the day before, but they were unexpectedly ambushed by the Annihilation Gang.
Uh-huh.
They narrowly escaped and barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided. So they all shared a motive for killing Miss Sparkle, to escape punishment.
So the 3 of them teamed up to kill her.
Is the case closed?
No, there can only be one murderer. It's not an unsolved mystery if there are 3 murderers. Hang on, wait.
If you can't justify it, don't bother.
Got it! Those 3 were all vying against each other to be number 2. They couldn't have cooperated on anything. So it must have been one of them acting alone.
Ah, I see.
That actually doesn't make much sense. Even if they were on bad terms, those 3...
Please begin your investigation, Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit. I've got the case file right here. If you want to learn more about the suspects, talk to me.
Oh my goodness. She really wanted to create an Agatha Christie novel. That must be shrunken down. Yeah, now the more I think about it, I'm like, there's no way that this mob was as big as the monkey.
Lady Black Swan, allow me to introduce the 3 suspects to you. Lefton, Zhongshan, and Wright. Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while he was valiantly fighting off the Annihilation Gang. He's now learning how to write and hold a fork with his left hand. How tough that must be! Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road.
Uh-huh.
He ended up smashing into the side of a cliff and getting his face disfigured.
Oh no.
It's a real shame, as he used to be one of the rare handsome men left around town.
Uh-huh.
Last of all comes right. This guy was so insatiably greedy that he still came back to try and embezzle the rest of the supplies after they narrowly escaped with their lives, lying about how the gang had taken off with everything. Lefton and Zhongshan were so incensed that they broke his legs.
Uh-huh.
Hang on, I'm confused here. Left on? Right? Is this some kind of joke?
What? Where did you get that idea from? Do you need me to go over it all again?
I didn't even pick up on that. The left in and right. How cruel to be forced to use your left hand, I know, right? I'm sure you and Shabriri can give some tips. I wonder if Zhongshan has to be something similar then. No, it won't be this.
That won't be necessary. I've memorized every detail.
No wonder you're a memo keeper.
Alright. We got our case stuff. Let's look at the murder weapon first.
Holy moly! This hammer is super heavy. This must be the murder weapon for the Sparkle murder case.
Miss Sparkle also used it to attack Mr. Shamari.
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands. I have no idea how Sparkle could ever use this to hit a target.
Uh-huh. Giant wooden hammer. Herculean woman. Yeah, she's a Herculean woman, all right.
Look, an ID card. Talent Motivation Department, Shamari. Is this the victims?
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape. The fact that this ID is here means Miss Sparkle placed it here on purpose to prove that she definitely attacked someone.
Left a fake ID. I never noticed that about the ceiling, though. That's really cool. And the effect, the ocean floor effect it creates. God, Penacony is such a cool place.
Is that all the evidence? How are we meant to solve this with so little to go on?
It means Central Mountains, according to Google. Oh my god, of course it does. Of course it means Central. Alright, so... Oh no.
Oh, you scared me! When did you pop out?
The two pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack on Shamari. Miss Sparkle didn't leave them lying around for no reason. They're clues to the puzzle.
Uh-huh.
But there are still some other clues that were placed in other areas, so they won't spoil the crime scene.
Isn't that a bit unnecessary?
No, no. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant things crowding a crime scene. Miss Sparkle is a law-abiding citizen who'd never bring extra trouble to the family.
Uh-huh.
Seems quite nice of her, if you ask me.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little spice to the investigation. Let's take her up on her offer then. Mr. Assistant Detective, this way.
God, I love this. Whether or not it's actually Sampo, the idea that you have Sampo and Black Swan working together to solve a murder case by Sparkle in the dream world is hilarious to me. Morphin' Tom! Yeah. Oh, I love it. A button?
What's this little device here for? Could you please let me know? It looks like a little button.
Don't push it, Lady Black Swan. Whatever you do, don't push it! That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle installed. Once pushed, Miss Sparkle and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke. Miss Sparkle also has her own button.
Oh, gosh.
The second she pushes hit, you and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
That sounds like both buttons can do the exact same thing.
Correct. Exactly the same.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask me why?
okay. Why?
Because she is fair.
Oh god, this is so stupid.
This is nuts.
God. Sampo's like, God, I hate this woman. I mean, but come on, chat. What if we press it and nothing happens? I mean, you won't know if it works unless you check. Could just be a bluff. Can't go that way. We only have this here now, huh? Alright, there we go. Ah, that's so much easier. Shit. I gotta pay attention to that sort of stuff. Save us so much more time than me dragging my cursor all the way back. Yeah, there we go. Pom-Pom Doll! That's like from March 7th's room, right? Why is this here?
What's this? A plush toy?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like the conductor aboard the Astral Express, this doll, is it connected to the case?
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring in detective stories? It's a fake clue that leads you down the wrong path.
I see. But when it's so obvious, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
That's just in case you didn't realize the ingenuity of Miss Sparkle and were worried about her throwing out a random, useless clue.
I see. Thank you for your keen insight. Then, let's pretend we were misled by a red herring. This doll, could it be connected to the case?
Oh my god.
You don't have to play along that hard, you know.
Black Swan's having a blast with this. An exquisite pom-pom toy. Who knows why Sparkle would have something like this? Maybe it's truly because the conductor's beauty is famous throughout the cosmos. I'll be honest. I find it funny, the idea that Sparkle's actually snuck onto the Astral Express and got a look at March's plush toy. Hey, Emperor of Gravelash, welcome. You're just in time for the dumb detective story we're in. How are we gonna do this? We have to get up here. Yeah. There we go. We go up here. Alright. What's here? Is this a clue?
This notice seems like a hint for us from Miss Sparkle.
To prevent criminals from hurting our great and lovely Miss Sparkle, the Goldhammer residents shall abide by the following regulations from today onwards. All retainers and visitors must enter and exit the Golden Hammer residence using the facial recognition system. Those who cannot pass through the facial recognition system will be killed on the spot. These regulations are in effect indefinitely. Oh.
That sounded like a story from ancient times. And why did the facial recognition system suddenly go out?
This is so her style, isn't it?
Black Swan's enjoying
Doesn't
this.
look like there are any more clues. Let's head back to the crime scene.
I can't wait to go back and everything's
Next,
destroyed
should
or something.
we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? This evidence. I've been staring at it all day, but there's nothing that can identify the perp. Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right? I remember this one best. Right has a broken leg.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer? After all, there are only 3 suspects, so elimination could be a valid method.
I see.
If you put it like that, then do you already have someone in mind? Tell me, come on.
Uh-huh.
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan.
Uh-huh.
There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
Sure. How about you, bailiff?
Have you got any more questions?
Nah.
I have no questions about the case,
Oh.
but I'm just curious. How did Sparkle manipulate you?
I'm just a lowly bailiff. I don't know anything except for this here case.
Uh-huh. These poor machines. So let's see, who do we exclude? I think Zhongshan is the one that has the easiest ability to commit the murder, so I think we can exclude Lefton.
So, who exactly is the murderer? Lefton, that guy lost his hand.
Uh-huh. Let's see.
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn how to live using only his left hand. Swinging that giant sledgehammer to murder someone, that must be hard for him. Probably impossible.
Yeah.
Lefton's suspicion level can be downgraded.
Zhongshan or... What's with that glitching arm? Yeah, I think they have the arm is glitching unnaturally. But yeah, so he has a disfigured face. Unless that's intentional. Because of the face, but I don't know. Anyway, Right has the leg, right?
So, who exactly is the murderer? I remember this one best. Right has a broken leg.
Copy of the residence. All retainers of visitors must enter and exit using facial recognition system. Those who cannot pass through the face will be killed on the spot. These regulate ineffective indefinitely. A worker of the talent in the interastral, mostly IPC value. Apparently those even have installed it on their forehead, ensuring that you can show it off to people wherever they go. Left at the crime scene to prove that she really did assault someone. Ah, okay, because the facial recognition's there, so how could you get in and kill if you didn't have the facial recognition? You'll be killed also, so I think this one...
So, remember Zhongshan's face?
Yeah.
Poor guy. He was seriously injured and was all wrapped up in bandages to keep his good looks safe. If that's the case, then he couldn't have made it through the Goldhammer Residence's facial recognition system. That would suggest that Zhongshan is not the murderer.
By process of elimination, it seems that only Right could be the murderer. That was easy. Let's tell the constable our answer and see what he thinks.
Alright, let's see. Is that right?
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan.
Yeah.
The murderer is Right.
You have answered correctly! As expected, you didn't disappoint, Lady Black Swan. Game rules stipulate I must tell you where the next puzzle is.
Huh? The next puzzle? I didn't sign up for this.
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives behind Miss Sparkle's strange behavior. I'm afraid this chase may just go on forever.
I have to remind you that Sparkle is a masked fool? Do you plan on finding logic in the mind of a masked fool.
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Even if it's just subjective, there must be an overall principle behind the behavior. Memories cannot lie, and hers may just understand more about her than she does herself. Right now, let's follow her train of thought and head to the next puzzle. I hope this time we can get ahead of the Bloodhound family. I want to try and avoid using my Memo Keeper powers.
At this moment, the constable and his bailiff lay lifelessly, mere husks of their former selves. It seems they've already completed their mission. I see.
Do you two need anything else?
Nope.
Thank you. I don't have any further questions.
You're welcome. If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Next up, let's interview those two.
That girl said they're always silent, but if they gave you a reaction, it means they're actually one of Sparkle's puzzles.
Uh-huh.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
Uh-huh.
I told you, it's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And, as a Memo Keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
So weird when this place is empty. Oh no. More robots!
Become part of the family.
Wait.
Raise a glass and enjoy feasts fit for a king.
You know, I didn't realize how creepy that sounds until now.
Harmonize existence. Serenade the glow.
Man!
Get your tickets for Robin's Life in the Song concert while they're hot.
Yeah, get those tickets now! And better hope she's not already dead. Oh boy. Not showing the animation though.
Whoa, this place is a complete mess. And those two weirdos are probably here too.
There's nobody else at the scene. Seems like Miss Sparkle used the same method to send dreamers back to reality. Let's talk to those two there, then.
Oh boy. A sheriff and a deputy sheriff. It is in fact a cult!
Oh, Detective Black Swan and Detective Sampo, you finally made it!
Oh no, the music.
We don't know what we'd do without your help.
Why are you talking like that? Is this some sort of artistic performance that young people are into these days?
Is there something wrong with the way we are talking? Deputy Sheriff, am I talking in a strange way?
Oh, of course not, Sheriff. The way you talk is no stranger than the cat that climbs the apple tree in my grandma's backyard.
Huh. The skit this time is a modernist one.
Let's discuss this difficult case then. The victim is a galactic business magnate named Sparkle.
Her again? Sparkle really is obsessed with scripting her own death.
Oh, for the laughter. If you undercut me one more time, I swear I'm gonna kick you in the butt. Miss Sparkle came to the fashion store to buy herself a brand new tie.
Oh my gosh.
She didn't come back out. After a long time, the shopkeeper went in to see what was going on, but instead discovered Miss Sparkle's body. She had been strangled to death.
Oh wow, she's into that.
There were 3 suspects on the scene, namely a Compashy shopkeeper named Wright, a Foxian gambler named John Shen,
Oh my gosh.
and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Our old friends.
It's not just to aid your memory. We've added more descriptions to help tell them apart.
Miss Sparkle is so gracious.
Based on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence, the killer is ultimately among these 3, and they were not working in cahoots.
You're too lazy to be a suspect, right?
Oh, for the laughter! If I talk any more with you, it'll make my pure soul filthy!
Detective Black Swan, the dossiers are over here. You can learn more about the suspects from me. I trust you'll be able to cut through the hogwash and find out who Miss Sparkle's killer is.
This quest, man. What the hell are we doing?
Let me introduce the identities of these suspects to you. It's very straightforward. First of all is the shopkeeper, right? He's one of the Papashi people and only stands as tall as Sparkle's waist, which is often a source of teasing for him. He can get pretty salty about it. Next up, you have the merchant Lefton. He wants to join up with the Penacony Trading Guild and is in direct competition with Miss Sparkle. That could be a motive for killing her. Finally, there is the gambler Zhongshan. He lost a bet to Miss Sparkle, and he had to hand over his family heirloom. It's possible he harbored a grudge against her.
She just isn't that good with names.
That's
Yeah, no,
all
she
the
isn't.
information we have. Do you need me to repeat it?
Nope.
That won't be necessary. I remember it all.
How's it going, Detective Black Swan? Have you found out who the killer is?
Nope.
And there's the tie.
That skit before said that the deceased was strangled. Is this tie some kind of joke murder weapon?
The tag on the tie reads, only for Imperial Master Lefton. Seems like it's one of Miss Sparkle's personal belongings.
That's not how you use the word imperial.
Uh-huh. Lefton's tie. A couture tie label says for Master Lefton's use only.
There's an accounting book lying on the ground. It must have been specially placed there by Sparkle.
On the title page is written Chen Katong. Is that someone's name? A code name. Oh, I think it's the name of the owner of this book.
This Jian Katong person should be Sparkle's targeted victim this time around.
The account book of the rich merchant Chan Katong. For a merchant, it's probably something second only in importance to money. Sparkle probably left it at the crime scene to prove that she really did assault someone. So it's like, she hit this actual person.
So, it's just like the first case then. Only 2 pieces of evidence. The rest hidden inside her memories again, right?
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract your investigation.
She doesn't want to distract our investigation? What a law-abiding citizen this Sparkle is. Why doesn't she surrender then?
So she's basically saying she used an actual tie to probably strangle the Katong person. And this is all going to be part of the skit she's put on, right? I'll be honest, this is another really good track. Maybe I should put this on the background for some of my stuff. No, we can't go this way. No. Huh. There's I was like, there has to be a TV somewhere. There's a clocky puzzle up. Oh my god.
A little stool that seems quite normal. There are 2 small footprints drawn on it in crayon.
The footprints, which are half as big as standard, must belong to a Papashi person.
Perhaps it's just that this person's drawing skills are extraordinary.
Uh-huh. Goodness me, I cannot believe it. Alright, let's look up here now.
What's that smell? Why is there a smoked red herring there?
Mr. Sampo, take a look. This is a wonderful smoked red herring.
Somebody save me from this cringe joke.
Even among the fools I know, Miss Sparkle's sense of humor stands out from the rest.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you dealt with many masked fools before?
No, only a handful. After all, I prefer warm memories baked in sunshine. They're the ones that usually belong to kind people.
Hey, I am good to see you. Oh my gosh, there's a whole lore for this. This evidence is obviously something comical Sparkle made. To avoid you thinking that you wasted time investigating this useless evidence, here's a recipe. Smoke the red herring, or any other type of preserved fish, until it turns golden on both sides. Place it into a dish, remove all bones, then crush the meat. Add raw eggs into the frying pan, and fry it until well done. Then add vegetables you like, and fry that too. Then add in the crushed smoked red herring and day-old rice. Add some salt, be very careful with how much you put in. There's already preserved fish in it. Stir fry evenly, then plate. And voila! Here's a smoked red herring fried rice. You're welcome. Gosh, this game. Alright, we do this now. Bum 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 bum. There we go here.
This clock is...
Open it up and take a look.
Woo! Thanks. Yeah, it's like, thank you for the food recommendation. There we go. There we go.
Oh, there's a ring inside. This is evidence too. Why was it planted inside another device?
Because this ring was found inside the victim's mouth. We want to reconstruct the scene of the crime.
In the victim's mouth.
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. Jongshan family heirloom. That should be it. Let's head out.
So there's a piece of evidence that can tie each of them
I
to the
have
murder.
To thank you, Mr. Assistant Detective, but the puzzle this time is pretty strange.
Have you found out who the killer is?
Just some shallow intuition.
Oh.
Anyway, let's report back to the sheriff for now.
What's on today's agenda? Today's agenda has us going through the Sparkle and Black Swan companion quest, where it's basically just us playing along with Sparkle's insane fever dreams.
Oh, for the laughter! Didn't think I'd be seeing Detective Black Swan so soon. Was that? You found out who the killer is?
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation, Detective Black Swan. As smart as the nest of magpies roosting in the roof of my Uncle Frank's garage.
This guy is mixing up his birds here.
Then go ahead. Who is the killer, and what evidence do you have to prove the case?
Identify the murder, do not identify the murder, think again. Oh, I'll not identify the murder then. Let's see what this does.
In my opinion, there is no murderer for this case.
What do you mean by that?
Uh-huh. Please select at least one. It's a red herring.
This evidence doesn't really prove that he is the murderer.
It doesn't. Looks like Miss Sparkle is more careful than I thought.
Oh, okay, so it actually is. You have to... Okay.
It doesn't.
Uh-huh.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is more careful than...
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter, right? I'm trying to say there was no murderer. Let's try the right stool, because it's written in crayon. See if that...
This stool is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one. Miss Sparkle's business failed, and she was on the brink of bankruptcy. As she passed by her regular fashion store, she ran into her old nemesis, the bullying shopkeeper from the store, and the gambler whose life she'd ruined.
and those three all looked happier than her. Miss Sparkle's ego wouldn't allow that to happen. And so she stole Lefton's tie, placed Zhongshan's ring in her mouth, stepped up onto the stool, and hanged herself from a beam in Wright's shop.
What?
And her motive was to try and frame all three of them.
What?
What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the three suspects would all be facing grave injustice.
Is something wrong here? This is too easy. The first case wasn't hard, but this one...
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, exactly.
Which means this is probably another prank from Miss Sparkle. Mr. Assistant Detective, please feel free to point out a suspect as the murderer.
Ah, I see. Sheriff, the murderer is Lefton. The evidence is the tie, right?
Correct, Detective Sampo. I never thought you'd be able to deduce the truth.
Sheriff, the murderer is right. The evidence is the stool, right?
Yes!
Yeah.
For the laughter, how did I fail to realize this formidable intellect of yours?
Oh, God.
Then, right from the start, there was no murderer. The evidence is the ring. Whatever, I'm just spitballing here.
Goodness me! Deputy Sheriff, is he really a genius? How could such an unfathomable mystery be solved so easily by him?
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us a puzzle where every single answer is correct.
Why take it so seriously? Miss Sparkle is a masked fool, not a masked genius. If it's a challenging puzzle you want, please go out there and turn right until you get to the Intelligentsia Guild. We're only responsible for providing an entertaining detective experience. Anyway, since our genius detective Black Swan has cracked the case, I will now share Miss Sparkle's next puzzle with you.
Oh, God, there's another one.
So that's it? This is just going to go on and on forever? We can't do that.
Then I wish you both the best. Oh yes, if you're not in a hurry, I can tell you the answers for some of the outcomes you never chose.
You've got to be kidding me. I was like, yeah, this evidence, like, you can't really come to a decision with this. They basically point to everybody or nobody. Oh, okay, congratulations on 900 subscribers. Oh, awesome, I didn't realize I got 900 subscribers.
Detective Black Swan, would you like to hear about the other answers that you didn't guess?
Sure.
Why, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Seeing as you put so much work into everything.
God, I love how sarcastic she is. The murderer is Lefton.
Lefton is a wealthy merchant who has been competing with Miss Sparkle for decades. They're always at each other's throats.
Uh-huh. And then we use Lefton's, tie.
This tie is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one. This tie belongs to Lefton, and it just so happens to be the murder weapon in this case. Could the evidence be any more solid than this? Lefton snuck into the changing room and waited for poor Miss Sparkle to enter before using this very tie to brutally kill her. And then he stuffed Zhongshan's ring into her mouth as a way to try and frame him. What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the murderer would still be at large.
So this is just an escape room made by a crazy murder lady? Essentially. This is essentially, Sparkle going around killing, quote-unquote, people in the dream. They wake up, so they're fine, and they can just go to another dreamscape to avoid her. And she basically just sets up these stupid skits with the robots or whatever and all the fake evidence in order to be like, see? We will now figure it out. But she's not making them any complicated or anything. They're fairly easy to solve. She's just doing this for some shits and giggles.
This guy, Zhongshan, is a card shark who used to play Get the Koi with Miss Sparkle. He gambled away his entire family fortune.
Let me guess. He did this. Oh, I messed it up.
Detective Black Swan.
Why, I wouldn't miss...
So Zhongshan.
This guy,
This ring is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one. What would a penniless wretch of a gambler like Zhongshan be doing at such a fancy fashion store as this?
Because he was planning on robbing it. He'd stolen Lefton's tie and was just about to get away when he saw Miss Sparkle, the one who'd stolen his family fortune from him. So he darted into the changing room and tried to get back his ring. Who could have known that Miss Sparkle would end up swallowing that ring? All Zhongshan could do was use the tie in his hand to try and strap down her neck to prevent her from swallowing the ring. But he unexpectedly managed to strangle Miss Sparkle to death.
Ah, I see.
What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the murderer would still be at large.
Ah, it was all an accident, you see.
Wright is a Pepeshi citizen, and Miss Sparkle was a low-key bigot, always laughing at his height.
After the whole thing she said about Aventurine and insulting him for being Sigonian, I like the idea that she's a low-key bigot.
This stool is a piece of evidence, right?
That's right. That's the one. Miss Sparkle always teased poor Wright until he was unable to take it any longer. Eventually, murderous intent was born. Taking advantage of his position, he stole Lefton's tie and told Miss Sparkle, "Miss, please come with me to the changing room. I'd like to show you a matching tie." Miss Sparkle never thought Wright would retaliate against her, so she went back with him to the changing room. As Wright stood atop the stool and helped Miss Sparkle try on the tie as usual, he then suddenly pulled it tight. And that's how he killed Miss Sparkle. What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work, the murderer would still be at large.
Wait, low-key? Low-key bigot? No, guys. We all know that I'm completely say-so. I would never be bigoted toward anyone. After all, filthy silvers aren't people. There is no murder at all, right? And then we have the murderers Lefton, which we've done.
Lefton is a wealthy merchant.
So we already did this one, right? So.
This tie is a piece.
That's right. This tie, but Lefton's what a tragedy.
And there's no murder.
What do you mean by?
Yeah. There we go.
Nothing.
Don't go too far.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I thought there was an answer for every single permutation.
Don't go too far. Miss Sparkle will get tired. What do you mean by that?
I see, so she hasn't thought about everything. Red herring.
Nothing.
Don't go too far. What do you mean by that?
So it has to just be pick whatever.
This stool.
That's right. Miss Sparkle's business failed, and those three all looked and so
yeah, so.
I'd rather not play around.
Yeah, we're going.
Just as you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us. What should we do now? Just keep getting led around by her?
Truly, Miss Sparkle is a fascinating person. She seems chaotic inside, but easy enough to understand. Like a performer on the stage or child hungering for attention.
Mm-hmm.
This game will be over soon. This time, we're going to catch her.
Didn't want to risk cutting off the dialogue, so.
Miss Black Swan, Mr. Sappho, you're finally here. I am the famed detective of Penacony, and next to me here is my assistant detective.
A murder in a locked room has left us all stumped.
Oh no.
As expected, another change in setting.
It's fun that they still let you get all the permutations. Yeah, it is nice that they let you hear it.
My assistant and I were visiting the famed artist Miss Sparkle,
Ah.
and we stayed the night. But this morning, Miss Sparkle didn't come out of her bedroom. The butler Zhongshan said that the door was locked from inside, so we ought not to have disturbed her. But Miss Sparkle had never slept in so late, and no matter how hard he knocked, there was no answer from inside.
As soon as I heard, I knew something must have happened. So I acted decisively and broke the door down to get inside.
The room was covered in spattered blood. Miss Sparkle's body was lying right in the middle, her face white as snow. One look told me she'd been dead for some time. Thinking quickly, I grabbed the artist's canvas to staunch Miss Sparkle's blood, but alas, poor Miss Sparkle. She's left us now forever.
Besides us and Zhongshan the butler, Left and the cook and Wright the driver were also at the scene of the crime. What would you like to do?
Presumably, Miss Sparkle is now carefully arranging the next crime scene, right? Why don't you skip all this rigmarole and just have a heart-to-heart conversation with me? It might tickle a little.
Wait up! Wait up!
Honest kid. I know where you are, Miss Sparkle.
No
cheating!
Mr. Assistant Detective. You seem to be getting anxious.
No, it's... This locked room murder case is pretty fun. I want to guess who it was.
Let's go. Can't keep a girl waiting, can we?
Ah, so it is Sparkle as Sampo.
Miss Black Swan, wait up, wait up! Miss Sparkle has one final message to announce. Ding-a-ling!
Oh my god.
Now comes the most exciting and romantic moment in any drama. The audience challenge. Everyone knows that the mighty masked fool Sparkle can change her appearance to look like others. And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. So then, I put to you, which character is it?
Oh god.
Also, if you're interested in the locked room case that the memo keeper ignored, you can try out your powers of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste.
Uh-huh.
Thus, the masked genius Miss Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
Alright. The detective and the assistant detective have become two lifeless bodies. It seems they can no longer complete their mission. Yep. Alright, let's... Where's her hiding spot?
Miss, why didn't you just do this earlier?
Such a crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
There it is, chat!
There's no weird, sweet dreams troupe. Nor is there evidence strewn all over the place. We finally caught up with her. But what's that thing? A Bella Boggian trash can? In Penacony?
Hey, dear Memo Keeper and Mr. Coldfeet. You made it. I didn't expect you to skip the final puzzle. That's on me. All right. Miss Sparkle cares not for the faults of ants like me. Come then. This is the final question. Listen up. What creature
Oh,
has
God.
4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night?
Oh god.
No murder case this time around?
Sometimes it's nice to take things easy. Come on, dear. Give me your answer then.
The Sweet Dreams Troop. People, bugs, Sweet Dreams Troop, a trash can. We pick trash can every time.
Seeing as you're right here in front of me like this, then I guess the answer is a trash can. Right?
Womp womp. Wrong answer. That's funky, but a wild guess. The correct answer is Sparkle. When sleepy in the morning, she can't get out of bed. She runs about all afternoon in a fluster, so is exhausted by evening, but has to still raise a hand to hold a toothbrush. Poor Sparkle. So naturally, she's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night.
What the heck was that jibber jabber?
What a cute answer.
Thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't try to fool me, seeing as you've just tried to cheat. Wrong answer. Accept your punishment.
Yeah.
Forget your wallet?
Loki, you're the biggest troller in the world. I take offense to that. I am not. Let's do this.
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
I actually haven't seen this guy at normal speed, so let's try this.
Memories are ever changing. Beneath the silent waters lies an endless abyss.
There we go. Damage doesn't matter to this guy, so...
Stand still.
Ow. Alright, more attack.
What would you like to know this time? Again, the ill tidings will manifest.
And I'll hold everyone back again.
This should be fine.
Good times never last. Time to say bye.
Let's do it.
Boom.
You still haven't beat Elden Ring despite doing lore for it. Listen, what can I say? It's a big game. Oh! Oh god, he's gonna one-shot. Well, when I fin, it was nice knowing you.
Relax.
Alright.
May as well kill them all.
Alright, we did it. Like a Chad, he just walks off. Loki, Elden Ring has been out for almost 2 years.
Holy
Shake my head.
smokes! What's up with this guy? He just came out swinging from nowhere.
Aww. Aww.
Huh? No voices? This guy's pretty quiet. Miss, let's hurry up. Flip open the lid and find the girl.
Wait. Don't move. Something's off.
Miss, you killed Sparkle.
Petals instead of blood,
How
Chad.
is this possible? How can people die inside Penacony's dreamscape? In the Garden of Recollection. What did you do? You did this, didn't you? Killing people in their dreams. Only the Remembrance has the powers to do that. You planned it out all from the start because she teased you and was pranking you. You wanted to kill her. Oh, I understand. You refused to let me go because you wanted to drag me into all of this. If I don't agree, I'll end up just like she did.
There is no death inside Penacony's dreamscape. That's the promise of the family and the blessing of the harmony. Not even a memo keeper can break this barrier. There's no need to take such great pains. If you just want confirmation, I've already told you the answer, Miss Sparkle.
Miss Sparkle? Who are you talking to?
You. Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. Wouldn't that be you, Mr. Sampo?
This? Don't jump to conclusions! If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide the evidence. Oh, I'm afraid evidence is a little too hard to come by. So, deduction will do.
Uh-huh.
The hint for the final question was a little too obvious.
Oh, you mean the locked room murder? I thought you weren't doing that one.
All the painstaking effort that Miss Sparkle put into it. How could I ever miss it? The key to solving the puzzle lay in 2 pieces of information put forward by the detectives. First, the large splatter of blood at the crime scene. Second, the victim had been dead for some time. Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw 2 conclusions. 1. one is that the murderer did not need to create a locked room case, because a locked room always needs a reason to exist. But, based on the detective's description, this locked room did not delay the discovery of the body. There was no third party at the crime scene to frame, and the blood everywhere didn't look like a faked suicide. That being so, the murderer seems to have no reason for creating a locked room. There is also reason to speculate that if the crime scene was a locked room, then its creator might not necessarily be the murderer. As for my second conclusion, it's even more obvious still. When everyone broke into the scene of the crime, why did the assistant rush off to staunch the blood? A trained professional was somehow happily destroying a crime scene just to save someone who's obviously been dead a while. The answer is simple. It's because the assistant detective is the murderer. At the time, I was in such a hurry that I didn't hear the whole mystery. I tentatively speculated that the murderer had killed the victim the night before, but hadn't locked the door from the inside. And so, when he learned this piece of information, he realized that the victim had created their own locked room mystery. That's why he had to rush to the crime scene as soon as possible, to confirm whether or not the victim left any evidence implicating him. And, judging by his behavior, it probably had something to do with that canvas. Like some final words. Of course, this is just a simple mind game. The answer to the puzzle isn't important. Miss Sparkle just wanted to pass on one hint to me. That the murderer is the assistant detective. Which means it's you, Mr. Sampo. I've been using this term of address, but it was you who first came up with it.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective than a memo keeper?
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two.
Oh.
Follow ripples along the surface of the water. Use some abilities and tricks to keep diving deeper, and touch that secret deep inside people's hearts. Salvage it, and protect them carefully. The truth does not lie. Neither do memories.
Exquisite reasoning, and very close to the truth. But I have another answer. Would you like to hear it?
Another answer?
The great artiste Sparkle locked herself away in her bedroom using red paint to create the semblance of spattered blood everywhere. And that assistant detective who was first on the scene, who confirmed her death, was not the murderer, but rather an accomplice who assisted her in faking her own death.
Ah, I see.
What a pity. Such a pity. My dear, you were so close to the right answer. Unfortunately, the right answer is Miss Sparkle's body. Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle's body.
Sparkle is Sparkle.
I won.
Uh-huh.
Does Miss Sparkle's body even count as a real character?
Why not? Miss Sparkle's body appeared in all 3 of those skits just then.
That's true.
It's a little bit forced, but it's fine. So, who is this Mr. Sampo, then?
Beautiful lady, I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing. I just helped a friend send a letter. That's all.
So Sampo was here this whole time.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
My dear, why so serious? Haven't you been having a great time? I have, at least. You take memories, and I get joy. We get what we need from each other. Seeing as we're such kindred spirits, but also such loners. Why don't don't you come and work with me? Ooh, we can dance ballet together.
Oh? Am I understanding this correctly? A masked fool inviting me to work together?
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. If you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage and watch the dancing envelop you. Come with me. This is the best seat in the house.
I don't really understand why you're so fixated on destroying family barriers. But, as I said before, a memo keeper can't help you. It's frankly above my pay grade. Also, I don't consider you a loner. Oh, I don't mean him, but rather behind you.
What?
The one who hired you to come to Penacony probably doesn't want you secretly linking up with other forces, right?
Oh!
How did you know?
Memory is like the deep blue sea. But if you try to catch two fish with one cast, you might not be satisfied with your catch.
So, you mean you're refusing?
Oh.
Memo Keeper, did you think you could just leave?
Ooh.
Why not?
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to know each other a little today. If you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. That is, if you can find me. Let's go, Sampo? Sampo. Who is Sampo?
Huh? What?
This is...
Oh.
Bog, right?
Oh.
I said, why not?
Oh.
Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my sight, you'll be able to remember everything again. And also, I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner? I've already got sights on someone else.
So that was Sparkle and Black Swan's exchange we saw at the beginning of the game when we were with Acheron in that dream. Because I remember when she did the Memo Keeper line. Do you think you could just leave?
Did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside the dreamscape, it's as weird and captivating as being in a dream within a dream.
Holy crap! Oh, come on! It's actually Sampo. Here I was being like, oh, the twist is gonna be Sparkle as Sampo, but no, they're like, nope! Sampo actually did come. And he was actually helping out Sparkle, which is weird because he apparently hates Sparkle, so I wonder why he's helping her with this. Wonder what was in that letter. What? Oh my god, Black Swan is scary, man. You don't mess with a Memo Keeper. They could just take your memories like that. She's a weird way of flirting. Alright, let's see what this is about.
That's the end of Miss Black Swan's dream memory. Are you satisfied with your experience?
How boring, it was kind of easy. Sampo turned out to be, yeah, it's kind of easy.
Oh, sure enough. Those puzzles are going to be easy for a trailblazer with vast experience that you have. But I'm afraid that Miss Sparkle would argue we're masked fools, not masked geniuses. I noticed that the people in your dream were familiar to you. It's worth repeating that dreams are just dreams. in Penacony, dreams can be processed, or even tampered with. Things in our dreams cannot be trusted, let alone in someone else's dreamscape. If there's any information that you'd like to confirm, please do so by the cold, hard light of reality. Sweet dreams.
Oh! We're going back. Okay. Interesting.
Really? I wouldn't do anything to her.
Don't worry about that, Memo Keeper. Let's talk about my thing. I've helped you out with everything you've asked, as agreed.
Okay.
Shouldn't you give my mask back to me now?
What?
Since when did the masked fools suddenly start respecting agreements? Just kidding. I loved seeing that look on your face. Take this key to the tavern cellar, third barrel on the left. You never saw me. But Sampo, after all this time, what made you suddenly want to take back your mask?
Oh?
This doesn't seem like the Sampo I know. Let me guess. A catastrophe is coming to Urello 6. Am I right?
Oh.
Well, no comment about that.
Oh.
I love that line you said. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. That really makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes even an old-timer like me feels like taking the stage and making a fool out of myself.
If you're all out of options, please get in touch with me. I'm the kind of person who values friendship highly.
Forget it. You'll be doing me a favor if you stay away from Bellabog. After all, the elation that Miss Sparkle seeks isn't something old Sempo can stand by. Go tell Giovanni I said hi.
Fine, I'm just spitballing here. Don't take it so seriously. Why so serious?
Aw. Listen, my little terrorist can't be this cute, chat. She's just lonely. I can fix her. I can fix her, chat. She just needs some friendship. She needs someone to help her with her crazed, deranged murder sprees. Black Swan sent you a message request. Kalis, I imagine you have already seen that dream bubble. Relax. I just want to know if anyone has come looking for you yet. What's up? I'll make this simple. That fool named Sparkle is currently searching all over the place for that dream bubble. I do not know what her intentions are, but allowing it to slip into her hands will only make this situation more confusing. Kalis, can you do me a favor and go to reclaim that dream bubble? Why don't you do it yourself? I didn't expect you to refuse me. I guess I could go myself. I don't remember where that dream bubble was left. Can you remind me? In the dreams, how could I remember? I stole it. I stole it, stuffed it in a Soul Glad bottle, and threw it away. It's probably still floating around in some trash can's dream. Do you really love trash cans that much? I told you, Trash Can Kingdom was super fun. No one ever believes me. Looks like disguising myself as Sempo was actually worth— Oh my god, it is Sparkle. Pranks are all about the back and forth. You've seen how much fun I have with that memo keeper. You should learn from her, young Nameless. This is just the beginning. I'll be back. Bring it on. We'll see who tricks whom next time. Message failed to send. This user does not exist, of course. Woo! Challenge to the reader. The dance is on. Kalis, I imagine you've already seen that dream bubble. Relax, I just want to know if anyone has come looking for you yet. I'm getting deja vu here. You may also know that interesting young fool, Sparkle. She's recently gotten into disguising herself as other people. Kalis, has she tried this with you already? Wait, then you might be. If that's the case, you could be Sparkle in disguise too. I see you're on high alert. What would you have me do to prove I am me? A unique expression, a unique action. some unique linguistic habits, like whether you add full stops or not to messages. But if that little Miss Fool excels in observation, there's a chance that she could perfectly imitate everything about a person. I think the only thing that could differentiate— No! Stop! Let me read! I think that the only thing that can differentiate someone from another is their memories. There is no way for an outsider to completely steal or imitate every ounce of a person's memory. Is it like when we met on Penacony, is it not? A strange dreamland surrounding us, a series of strange murders, people with differing dreams, the truth that lies beneath the water's surface. Do you need me to go on? I need more! How can I be sure? I think I need more. I can't be the one doing all the talking. By your logic, you should also have to prove that you are not Sparkle Kalis. Huh? I'm just joking. As a memo keeper, I naturally know who the person is on the other side of my screen. Miss Sparkle's pranks are not without their benefits. She's able to make us re-examine what we have seen and think about the appearance and reality of the dreamscape. This is also the reason that I shared the dream bubble with you. Alright, looks like she hasn't caused any major damage. I will put my mind at ease. Talk to you again soon. Why does she keep referencing Joker? Because she's our little Joker pog champ. Yep, masquerade duet. She just wants to have a nice dance with someone, chat. Let Sparkle not be lonely. So that completes that mission, so we're done there. We've completed that, so this is done. Why does it still act like I have things? I've done everything. We still have this. We finished that, so that's good. And then, like I said, we're saving for that. That's not enough for us. Yeah, that's not enough for us to be able to do another quest, though. Yeah, it's not. We're close here, though. We don't need that many more. If I could just, like, level a character up. Oh, yeah, but it's gonna cost me a lot. I'd rather put that into, even if it's not that much in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather put that into Misha or someone. Yo, what's up? Hey, Zero. We're just about to end this. I just finished up with Sparkle's companion quest with Black Swan, so we'll have to see how that goes. Let's see, mission. Yep, everything's done here. Alrighty, chat. I don't think we can do another quest. I think it's gonna take us a bit too long. Let's double check this though. Missions, Fate's no, that's not missions. God, there we go. Fate's Atlas. Yeah, so that's Masquerade Duet done. So we have these four still. Goodness is rare, the tree's at peace, and there's other ones I guess we can find. We also run around doing things. I actually want to quickly, before we go, let's do these dream call things.
I heard old Odie came to pick up a car.
Cool. A peculiarly designed telephone is fixed in place, waiting for a curious passerby to pick up its receiver. Ring, ring! Good evening, esteemed guest. Would you be interested in making a Dream Peak call today? Sure. Let's do it. Dial tone. Ring, ring, ring! The Dream Peak call connected. You're about to hear Argenti's dream. Oh, God.
Oh, beautiful Adrilla. Oh, graceful Adrilla. Where are you, Adrilla? I've been searching for you throughout the universe, Adrilla. In flowers, rivers, and stars. Your divine traces are everywhere, yet nowhere you can be found. Adrilla, one day I will finally bask in your gaze, before my heart stops beating.
You hang up the phone, feeling overwhelmed. Hearing the name Adrilla once more may make your brain explode.
Ring, thank you for using the Dream Peak call service. Please come back next time.
Oh, goodness me. How long is the Penacony main quest? If you take your time, it's going to take you about 5 to 6 hours, I'd say. Including, like, factoring in you, like, stopping to do puzzles and stuff. The main quest is long. It's not something you could kind of just do in one sitting, unless you want to do, like, a really, really long sitting. There has to be more of these somewhere, right? Wasn't there one, like, around here? Am I crazy? Do you remember seeing? Yeah, no, not you. Hmm. Oh, there's this thing. Shut up! I'm walking here! Yeah, not here. Damn, I'm enjoying every minute of it. I just ran to Gallagher. Yeah, Gallagher. Honestly, well, you know what? I'm not gonna say spoilers if there's people who are still ongoing with the story at the moment. But yeah, I have some questions. Alright, what if we go this way then? Don't know how far I'm in, don't want spoilers though. You are about the 30% mark. Actually, you're probably closer to the 20% mark. Ooh, there is. A peculiarly designed telephone, da-da-da, ring, 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 Steam guest, Dream Peak call, sure. I'll pay the money. The Dream Peak call connected. You're about to hear Sushong's dream. Okay. The Lyceum Abecedary. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Then we'll announce the scores for this exam. I'll announce the scores and rankings from lowest to highest, as usual. 35th place. 36 points. 34th place. 41 points. 33rd place. 43 points. Third place, Gwenhyphen, 94 points. Second place, Locha, 96 points. And the winner is Sushong, 99 points! The call abruptly ends. It seems Sushong has awakened from her dream, filled with excitement. You can hardly imagine how disappointed she must feel when she returns to reality. Ring, thank you for using the Dream Peak call service. Please come back next time. A sad gear. Poor Sushong. But come on. She has her bestie, Lil Gwei, below Locha, that random stranger she met. Goodness, my girl has a crush. She's hopeless. Alright, we went there. We didn't see a call, so let's go around here. You know, we're going to do the emotion thing later. You know, I'm not in the mood to tune the emotions of a bunch of wine bottles. Oh, I'm sorry. Soul Glad bottles.
The one.
I know, kid. Believe me. I'm in the same boat. I'm sure I'm going to win that light cone eventually. Wow, these Dream Peak calls are not easy to find, huh? Look at all the birds I found, chat. All 20 of them. God, I love the OST for this game.
Oh, so tell me.
Grab a bottle
Yeah,
of soap.
yeah. No! I have to wait 2 more days! I don't remember which songs these were, so I guess I'll have to look them up in advance to see if I want to buy them right away. I only have so much money! I only have almost 3K! That's not enough! Bochi? More money thing. That's a store. Yeah, I still haven't talked to this Mr. Piggy Bank. Like, there's tons of people. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to do in the future, chat. We have so many characters to look at still. Ba, 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 ba.
My dream is right before me.
Yeah. That's a mailbox. I don't see the call, though. I do wish they would have the music be more pervasive, though. Sometimes they let it get quiet, and it kind of just feels like empty. I feel like I should be constantly barraged with all the jazzy music, personally. It's a bit weird when the game randomly just gets quiet. Have we done the one over here? I can't remember, chat. Which one was this one? Yeah, I've literally spent over an hour going all over Golden Hour opening chests. I can imagine. Alright. Would you be interested in making a Dream Peak call today? Sure. Alright, which one is this? You're about to hear Silverwolf stream. I don't remember if I heard this.
What an impressive strike! As expected of the top seed, Silverwolf's Overlord Ether Spirit effortlessly overcame her opponent, securing another easy victory! I hereby declare the champion of this year's Interastral Tournament Festival is Silverwolf! You heard thunderous cheers from the receiver. Silverwolf, standing at the center of the stage and reveling in the moment, shouts her victorious line, "Ethereum Wars, activate!" It appears that Silverwolf is still frustrated by her loss in the previous tournament. Indeed, a game without any pay-to-win elements is something that only appears in dreams. Ring, thank you for using the Dream Peak call service. Please come back next time. Happy year.
Once again, another moment of peace has passed golden hour by. And that concludes the news. I wish you all safe and sound dreams.
Yep, that's the news. Nothing happened. Do they give you new ones depending on which one, or can you just pay the same one multiple times to hear other dreams? I'm pretty sure it has to be different ones. Because I remember going off stream to the same one before to see if it would let you, and it was the same one. So either I had really bad RNG, or you have to go around finding them, hence why I'm going around. And so far, I haven't had a duplicate. So, let's see. How about this one? I wonder if there's an achievement for this. There probably is. Alright, let's try it. Thank God these things are cheap. Connected. You're about to hear Bronya Rand's dream. Oh boy, Bronya. Ah, that wouldn't work. Zila, don't. Oh gosh, this is my favorite episode. Don't use so much force. That box contains handicrafts Mother gave me, and they could break easily. I see. Why didn't you mention it earlier? Fine, I'll leave it alone for now, and you'll move it yourself. The plot takes an unexpected turn, leaving you both irritated and frustrated. You hang up the phone. Thank you for using the Dream Peak call service. Please come back next time. Angry Gear. They denied us our Yuri! Ree! How dare they mislead us into thinking this might have been an actual Yuri moment. Bronya having dreams of Zila. And of course it's about moving stuff related to her mother. Damn it. Alright. Hit me! Hit me! Yeah. There we go. Yeah, hit me! How about over here?
Whoa, nice! And elegant.
Nope, we can't go that way.
I heard old
I fixed that
Odie
one
came to
already.
pick up
Did I come here already? Yeah, this is Argenti's call. Okay. Down there is Herda's. No gay here, yeah.
Give him a kiss.
No gay in my Christian Chinese game.
all that education and it's utterly...
Ooh, there's another phone. Get away from me! Alright. Let's try it. Ring, ring, ring! The Dream Peak call connected. You're about to hear Don Hung's dream. Oh my. An empty hall. Footsteps approach. Their echoes reverberating. One ahead, two behind. Yes. Oh my god, is this... Watch this person carefully. The footsteps cease, an eerie silence enveloping the surroundings. Do you remember me? I remember. 5 people must pay the price. You hang up faster than lightning. You internally think to yourself, please don't, nameless profanity, let this happen again. Ring, thank you for using the Dream Pike call services. Please come back next time. We're not starting the Lafu story again, chat. Stop with the weird blade nightmares for Dong Hung. Smotown's next video is about the Bloodstar, right? I have no idea. I have not kept up to date on whatever Smotown's talking about for Elden Ring, so you would probably know more than me. Uh-huh. And there's the one down here is where... Huh. I could have swore I got the Herda phone call here. I remember it being one with Herda and her dreams. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one.
I wonder if exercise...
Oh, which one I'm missing? Well, alright. Okay, chat. Like I said, I didn't want to get us dragged down in another quest, bogging us down for too long. So I think I'm going to end this here. So again, thanks for everybody for joining me. Very happy to have you as I go play some Honkai. Now, I don't know when we're going to be playing this again. We'll probably be trying out some other stuff, maybe some other games even. You never know. But don't worry, we're still going to be playing this every so often. I do want to kind of complete all the stuff this game has to offer before the next update, so that way we don't start getting behind. Anyway, until then, everybody, catch you later, and make sure you don't mistake anyone that's actually Sparkle.
Bye-bye.